mounted. It's not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts. It's in the green. Okay. AC compressors. You want to point out that they're securely mounted. They're not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts. They're securely mounted. The hose doesn't have more than 3/4 inch play at the center of the belt. It's not cracked or frayed. It's in good condition. The alternator, securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts. It's securely mounted. Okay. Serpentine belt, again, it's not cracked or frayed. It doesn't have more than 3/4 inch play at the center of the belt. Water pump, securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, missing any nuts or bolts. And it's securely mounted. You want to point out that there is no visible leaks.
Where's the water pump?
The blue.
Oh, back in there. Okay.
Okay. And if you, depending upon which one you pull, if you pull the one where you have to do the entire bus, where you have to describe the shock absorber on this side, the spring and spring hanger on this side, the U-bolt, the brake chamber, the tire.
Do it all over again.
All over again. If they say what you need, it's just the AC compressor, the filter, the alternator, the windshield wiper fluid reservoir, right? Explaining how it's securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts, and the cap is secure, no visible leaks. And your water pump. Okay.
That's on this side.
That's on this side. Okay.
Mirror brackets, they're secure, not bent, broken, or cracked, not missing any nuts or bolts, and the mirrors are adjusted for you. Okay. When you get here, you're going to point out that your handrail is securely mounted, or it's secured to the body of the bus. It's not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts. And it's the same thing with your footrail. It's secure. It's not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts. Securely mounted. When you get to the door, you're going to open and close, showing that it opens and closes smoothly from the outside, that it's on the hinges properly. There's no stickers or obstructions in your viewing area here. You want to look at your stairs for the tread depth. Make sure there's no tripping hazards, right?
Right.
Or tread separation, I should say. The rails, you want to shake those. Make sure that they're secure. They're not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts, because that's how your children get caught with their backpacks, right? Make sure that those are secure, okay? And then, of course, when you come around to this side, you open the tank. You make sure that the cap is secure. You bend down and you make sure that there's no leaks coming from the fuel tank. You also can bend down and look at your longitudinal cross members that run this way and point out that they're not bent, broken, or cracked, missing any nuts or bolts. They're securely mounted. They run this way.
Okay.
Okay. You can point out that your drive shaft is securely mounted. It runs from front to back, of course. Not bent, broken, or cracked, missing any nuts or bolts. Securely mounted. And then you have the body U-bolts. Same thing, that they're secure. They're not bent, broken, or cracked, missing any nuts or bolts. Securely mounted. Okay. School bus lettering is in good condition. The reflective tape is in good condition. The railing is secured to the body of the bus. Okay. No cracks in your windshield from the outside. You want to point out that your emergency exits is marked. No trash in your intake. Okay. Lights are secure. They're the proper color. They work. Not missing any nuts or bolts. Okay. Here you would describe the spring to spring hanger. They're securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, not missing any nuts or bolts. They're properly aligned, not scissored.
Yes.
Okay. Here you're going to run your hand across the top of the tires, making sure that you point out that there's even wear. Run your hand through the center so that you point out that there's no friction, right? It's not rubbing. So that's where your fires start. 2 and 30-second tread depth. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. On the rim, you're looking for any illegal welding repairs, right, or cracks. Indicators are all facing the same direction, not missing any nuts or bolts here on your axle. There's nothing sitting in your wheelbase, right? Airbag is properly inflated. It's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Securely mounted, and there's no audible leaks coming from it. Okay. Same thing with your lights all the way around. Let me back up and see if I can show you the chamber, because we won't go all the way around to the other side. Okay. Yeah, chamber. You would describe that as, if you could see it, you'd be looking for the same thing.
Right.
So you're describing your chamber that is securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, missing any nuts or bolts. If you can see the hoses, you'd be looking to make sure it doesn't have any abrasions, bulges, or cuts. They're in good condition, no audible leaks. You describe your shock absorber. You describe your slack adjuster and push rod, if you can see it. You always use that verbiage, right? Brakes, chock, wheels release, same thing. Okay. Linings, drum, all of that. If you have to describe the whole bus,
same thing all the way around.
All the way around. Okay. What's unique on this side? And always remember in the back, point out that the bumper is secured to the frame.
Okay.
No carbon soot coming from the exhaust. You do your light inspection and clockwise rotation. The reflective tape is in good condition. The school bus lettering is in good condition, and the emergency exit is marked. This door should always make a buzzing noise when you open it, and it should have the safety feature where it locks in place.
It's in place.
Okay? When we open the door, we're always looking inside for anything that doesn't belong. This license plate light should always be securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, or missing any nuts or bolts. It should be white. The license plate should be secured to the body of the bus. Okay? Reflector, it's behind the door, so it's red. It's securely mounted. It's not cracked, so that's good. On this side, this is your AC box. So you're looking to make sure there's not been any bombs planted and there's no splices to the wires. Okay?
Call it AC box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is your battery box. What you're looking for is to make sure that the batteries are secure in there and not moving around when you're driving, and there's no excessive corrosion. Okay. This is considered to be unique to the school bus, of course, a passenger item. So you want to go up and down on it, and the lights should always work. If the lights don't work, you don't leave the light.
Okay.
Circuit breaker box. Make sure everything looks like it should, and there's not been anything planted in there. Okay. School bus lettering, good condition. Railing, windows. Make sure that there's no stickers, illegal stickers, or cracks, or anything in the windshield. Okay, that would obstruct your vision. Okay, and that's it.